This is what a lot of people are waiting on this week for us to talk about on Friday, not Saturday, July 31st, but Friday, July 30th at 4 p.m. That's the Major League Baseball trade deadline. The Red Sox, we figure at this point, are definitely going to be buyers. They're obviously in first place in the American League Eastern Division. It's them and Tampa Bay, 1 and 2, or 1 and 1A in the American League Eastern Division. The number one priority for the Red Sox at the trading deadline is?
I think a first baseman. You got to figure that situation out. You look at a Bobby Dahlbeck. I don't think he's ready, and I think the Red Sox have sort of realized that. He's had, I think, 3 walks since the start of June, and this is a guy that sort of controlled the strike zone and all throughout, the minors, and that's something that Cora said. Yeah, that's kind of a surprise to me. Like with him is like the fact that he's not walking. Like, yeah, we knew about the high strikeout rate, but we're like, okay, but we can deal with that because he's able to control the strike zone.
Right.
So you look at that situation and just how they're trying to mix and match. They tried Arroyo there, and he blew his hammy out on the stretch, and I think Corey sort of felt bad about that. So you're looking now and saying, okay, they got to figure out a way to get a first baseman here. And I think the name that comes up a lot is Anthony Rizzo. I mean, he was drafted by Boston originally, then was traded to the Padres. So he has familiarity in this organization, certainly. So what I guess that could be certainly an interesting choice if they were to go that way.
Well, I mean, I think you get a bat like Anthony Rizzo and put that in the lineup. It does a couple of things. First of all, it's the impact on the field that the Red Sox are looking for, but it's the message that's delivered not only around the American League, but inside the clubhouse. And to me, that does matter. I think a lot of times when you try to make moves like this or try to improve your roster, or try to do anything in the organization, there's a lot of eye rolling and whatever. And that's nice that we picked up a bat or we picked up an arm. But when you do something to a team or for a team that's 61 and 39, and you're trying to really get them over the hump, it really inspires the clubhouse.
Yeah, absolutely. And I always go back to this thing that the A's GM David Force told me like 2-3 years ago when they went on the sort of a run where they just in typical A's run, and he says he says when you have an opportunity to make a push for the playoffs, you don't punt it, regardless of whatever situation you're in. And they were in a situation where they were a very, very young team, and they just had like a very old pitching staff that was sort of overperforming, and they're like, you sort of have to reward these guys, right? And
Yes.
I think that plays into the morale of the team too. Is like, okay, you're playing well, here's what you do. You don't punt on the season just to get a better spot in the draft or whatever. I don't think that sort of trust the process Philadelphia 76ers way necessarily good for team morale. I mean, I think
thank you.